All right, so thank you everybody for coming back to our third session of our listing series that we've been running all month in on Zoom, all about taking listings. We know that in the current market we're in and the market that we've been in for the past couple of years, that taking listings has been the name of the game, right? And I think even this year, as we continue to see maybe a market deceleration, the markets in our area are still probably going to be very favorably in the seller's side as inventory continues to be low. So the agents that have the listings in this market are generally the agents that are selling homes quickly and a lot of times making the most money. So we're running this listing series. We started with Lee Quintana, who held the first session that was all about where she's getting listing leads from right now. I taught a class last week all about how to take a lead and convert it to a client, and take that client and convert it into a closed sale. If you need the recording for that, you can you'll receive it with this recording after this class in your email. Today, we're going to talk all about marketing your listing. So following along our thought process, right? So you lead generated for a listing, you got some leads, then you talked to the lead on the phone, you converted the lead to an appointment, you converted that appointment to an active listing for sale. Now the fun starts, right? Now it's time to sell the listing. And so that's what we're going to cover today. So why it's so important to market your listings well, because listings are the easiest way to lead generate, right? Studies show that consumers are most interested when they're looking at things online at what's on the market, meaning you can have a great Facebook page and you can share all sorts of statistics and newsletters and articles and timely things about the real estate market. And what you will actually get leads from 9 times out of 10 is when you're sharing listings and open houses, price reductions, things that you've sold, things of that nature, right? So that's why we're covering that in today's class. The Millionaire Real Estate Agent book says that a well-priced, so pricing is important, but a well-priced, well-marketed home should get you 4 commission checks. So you only have to list one house and you can potentially make 4 commission checks from that. So the first one obviously being from selling the house, the second one being from finding a buyer potentially because you're marketing the listing at a high level. The third one, the fourth one, from marketing your listings, you should be getting buyer leads. If you are not getting buyer leads on your listings, you're not marketing them appropriately. You should be getting a lot of buyer leads every time you list a house. And so we're going to talk about how to create systems for that. Now, one thing that I want to point out, and just give me 1 second. Sorry, it's fun working from home on a snow day. Number 3. Oh, number 3. What was number 3? Oh, so number 3 and 4, those leads are from your marketing, right? So you should be creating sales funnels. We're going to talk about that a little bit today. And that should get you at least 2 more leads, 2 more active clients that you can work with, if not more. Really, if you follow the system, you should be getting more than 2 leads off of a listing that you take. So we're going to go over all of that. Now, a lot of what I'm going to show you today revolves around utilizing the tech package that you have access to at Keller Williams. And I know that we've invited agents at any brokerage to take this class with us. And so if you are not currently with KW, the same rules will apply. You're just going to have to look at what technology do you have access to, or do you maybe need to get access to in order to duplicate some of these systems we're going to go over. If at the end of this, you want to learn more about the technology we have at KW and how our agents are utilizing them, you can feel free to reach out to me about that. I'm always happy to have a conversation. So we're going to go through and you're going to see kind of our back end of our technology, because that's helpful for our agents to understand how to utilize it. And then I'll try to explain to you how to conform that or format that if you don't quite have access to Command, which is what our operating system is called. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in. So the first thing you need to do, so now you've taken a listing, you've entered it into the MLS, you're very excited. And what do you do next? You're just cross your fingers and hope someone sells it, right? Right. What is the 3 P's? I forget. Was the 3, somebody on here has to know. It used to be something and pray, like post your sign, post a picture and pray that it sells. That's not the strategy we're going for today. So the first thing you want to do, because pretty much, well, the first thing, this should go without saying, you have to use professional photography in 2023. I'm not going to go into a long reason why. I shouldn't have to. You have to use professional photography in 2023. If you are not a professional photographer, you should not be taking your listing pictures. Your home's first impression is going to be on the internet. That is where pretty much every buyer that's potential for this house is going to see this house. You also just signed a listing agreement for some percentage of the home sale for marketing and selling the home, right? Part of that agreement is that you're going to market the property well. So please make sure you're doing professional photography. I don't think anyone on this class needs to be told that, but it goes without saying. So now that you've done professional photography, you have your pictures together, you put the house on the MLS, it's on the market. This is the first thing you want to do. So I'm going to share my screen. So the first thing that you want to do as you start to create your marketing materials is you want to find the home's unique landing page. So you need a landing page for the property. The landing page for the property is not the Zillow profile. It's not the realtor.com landing page. Please, 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 I'm begging you, do not post those links on social media. Because all you're doing when you post a Zillow link or a realtor.com link is you are sending buyer leads to an agent that's paying for leads on the internet, right? So if I post something on Zillow and someone goes, oh, this is great, I want to look at this house, then they click on the link and they click speak to an agent, you're not getting that call. Some agent that's paid for that zip code is getting that call. So you just advertised your listing that you're just paid a bunch of money to market and do professional photography for, to give a lead to somebody else. So please don't do that. So what you want to do is get your own landing page. So again, if you're at Keller Williams, you have your own personally branded website. Everyone has their own personally branded website. This is what mine looks like. So the first thing you do is you would go to the front page of your website and type in a listing. Can someone give me a listing address? Who has a listing they want to use as the example?
$119 West Hook.
119. I'm just writing this down because we'll use it. What town is that in?
Hopewell Junction.
Okay. 119. East Fishkill?
Yes.
Okay. So you search for the property. Now, this is the property. Oh, Adrian, you have multiple offers on this one. I saw your post earlier. She's like, I already sold this, but let's 6. Okay, so this is your landing page now for your property. You don't need to pay a separate service for a landing page. You don't need to go and create some landing page for it. The benefit of using it off of your own website is now any of these clickable things are going to divert back to you. So notice, right, the page looks very nice. It does have Adrian's information here, right, at the top as the listing agent, which is what the rules are. Yeah, Antonella, I see your hand raised.
I just wanted to know, where would I find this, where you are right now, like my own landing page?
Your own, like what, your website URL?
Yeah.
I'm going to park that for 1 second and I will show you how to do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So this is what your landing page is going to look like. You have all the pictures here. You have a property description. You have the property information, financial details. There's a map here. One of the unique things about our website is that anybody that's logged into your website can search for a place and then add estimated commute time. So say, so it's going to prompt me to sign in. If I signed in, I already have an account, so I can't sign in. But if I sign in, then I can search for a place. If it pops up on Google, it will pop up here. then any time I'm searching on the website, I'm a buyer, I'm searching on Rita's website because she's my real estate agent. Every single listing I look at is going to give me the distance to it. So for example, for Hopewell, you might have people that search for the Metro North if they commute into the city. Now, every time they land on a listing, it's going to tell them 15 minutes to Metro North train station in Poughkeepsie, right? Sometimes it's helpful over on the Ulster County side where I used to do a lot of business. People would put in the trailheads or a Mohawk Preserve, and then you would know if they wanted to be close to that, right? There's school information here, open houses, an estimated mortgage payment. You can take this off if you don't want that. And then homes, this is just, you must have it in multiple MLSs. So Adrian, so it shows up the other listing here. And then interested, let's talk. So see, it's all branded towards me. So now what happens? And then on the right-hand side, anything that they click on is going to prompt them to log in. And I do have an account. So let me. I don't know what my password is. Uh-oh. What happened? So if I click ask your agent, this worked before. What will happen is you put in your information. So say I'm a buyer and now I've landed, I'm a buyer, I'm friends with Adrian. Adrian posted this website and said, here's my newest listing. I clicked on it. I'm like, wait, I kind of actually do want to see this. I can put in my information and then write a note here. I love this house. And I schedule a showing. Okay. Then if I hit submit or do anything else over here, I can also request a tour, request a showing, anything like that. I get the lead because it's my website. So for example, I just got a text message on my phone. There it is. And it says a new contact form message was received from Rita Manzioni because I created my account before I was even married, old school. So now what I can also do, hang on one second. I think I have to let someone into the room. Oh no, Eileen's got my back. Thanks, Eileen.
I've been handling it. Don't worry. I'll follow the chat too.
Okay, thank you. All right, so listing landing page. So what you want to do with this, and I put in a request. It's going to come into my cell phone. That means it's my listing, my lead, right? That's our policy at KW. So I'm going to get the lead on my cell phone. I'm also going to get it in my command. So if I refresh my command account, I should have a notification up here that says new contact form message received from Rita Gildersleeve. If I click on the contact form, because I'm registered on the website, I signed up, I'm a lead that registered on the website, I will pop up here with my contact card. So now you can see on the right-hand side today, user contacted agent. This is a link to the listing so you can see what listing they came in on. And then the message, I love this house. Can I schedule a showing? See, I practiced this before the class to make sure it worked. That's why I have this one too. So you can see right here what this person came in on. So we're going to park this for a second because we're going to come back to this. Okay, so the next thing that you want to do is you want to take this URL and you want to shorten it probably because if you're posting it, if you're putting it on a postcard or you're putting it on a social media post, doesn't it look kind of ugly when you're posting like some really long URL? So what you can do, this is a free service, is just go to bit.ly, you sign up for an account, it is free, and you can create short links for your listing. So the first thing you do is you go to your website, wherever your website is. If it's KW, go onto your KW website. You search for the property. You get the property website address. Then you want to create a custom link. So create new link. You just type this in here. It's free. You have 1,000 of these you can create a month, so you should be pretty good. You can then create a custom back half. So for example, this might be 119 West Hook. And then hit create. And now you have a short link that you can use on social media, on postcards, on email addresses, wherever you want, that when someone clicks this, they're gonna get right back to this landing page again for the property, okay? So the first thing, so that's the second thing you wanna do is create a short link for your posts. All right, so again, you wanna use whatever you're using, you need a website, right? You need a website that's gonna direct traffic back to you. And so that's the first step. Do not use Zillow and Realtor.com. That will not get you any leads. Okay, so now you have gotten the short link set up. So now you're going to use this short link on everything else moving forward, right? You're going to use this on Facebook posts, on Instagram posts. You can put this in. So on Facebook, you can put a URL into a post and it works. On Instagram, you cannot do that. Instagram, in the body of the post, you can't hyperlink anything. So you can still put in what that short link is, but people aren't going to be able to click on it. So what you want to do is utilize the link in your profile and utilize that because that's a clickable link. So there's a service called the Linktree, also free.
Oh, wait, can I just say, we're having a
Yes.
class on Wednesday, live
Okay.
in New City. For those that can make it, it may snow, so we'll let you know.
And what's the class?
Linktree, how to make link trees.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, awesome. So if you need to know how to do that, then you can be on at Eileen's class in New City. Is it going to be on Zoom too, or just in person?
So it's gonna be in person, and because it's a workshop, we are gonna have, if somebody can't make it, they can live stream it in, but we will be focusing on the people in the room.
Okay, got it. So what Linktree does is it gives you one link. So you can only put one link in your bio and Instagram. So it gives you the one link to put in the bio in your Instagram. And then when you click on that link, a whole list of links will pop up. So you can put in there listing links. You can put in there, I put my Calendly link in there, or a link to calendar an appointment. You can put other videos, or like the About You page, reviews, a link to your reviews maybe for your profile. So utilize Linktree, that's helpful. So on Instagram, you'll want to use the short link and a link, and probably in conjunction with Linktree. On Facebook, you can link to it directly. Okay, so now we have that done. So now the next thing we want to do that I'm going to show you really quickly. So as you're getting leads, now this is important, right? Now this person came in and maybe I know them and they're an active client and I can just reach out to them and schedule a showing, but maybe they're a lead that just saw my thing on Facebook and I've never talked to them before. Or when I reach out to them, they don't respond to me. The next step, while you're getting leads, it should go without saying, is that they need to be on smart plans, right? So smart plan is just our term for a marketing follow-up drip campaign. So there's a couple of different options. You can put them directly onto a smart plan that might be like a buyer nurture smart plan in the smart plans library. And this isn't a smart plan class, so I'm not going to go deep into this, but you can have a smart plan here. Another super easy thing to do is to put them onto a neighborhood nurture. So East Fishkill, for example. So this person came in because she's interested in a property in East Fishkill. Well, all I have to do is go down on the left-hand side and I can add, see, I've taught this class before, so I have neighborhoods. You can add a neighborhood that the person is interested in. Let's see if East Fishkill pops up. East Fishkill.
For anyone that's interested, at 3:30 today, we are doing a neighborhood nurture class, how to set this up for your clients.
Yes, that was going to be the next thing.
I love the way everything you say, I already have a class set up for. This is great.
That's why.
You have to put Hopewell Junction in, Rita.
Hopewell. Oh, wait, hang on. I know. Let me switch this to, let's see, Hopewell
Junction.
Junction. Okay, and then you can choose the neighborhoods around the area. So you can't do zips on this, right, Eileen? Just neighborhoods?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So this is, we own Nextdoor. We own them, right, Eileen? Yeah.
No, we just have an agreement with them.
Okay, we have an agreement with Nextdoor, so we utilize their neighborhoods. The neighborhoods are set up, this is a caveat, the neighborhoods are set up by people that live in the neighborhood. We didn't set up these neighborhoods. This is how people have determined what neighborhoods they live in. So you want to choose whatever is in the area around this house and hit save. And now that will update to their neighborhood, and then you can put them onto a smart plan right from here. So whenever you're looking at your contact card, the left-hand side is your static stuff. It's your contact information. It's whatever neighborhood they're most interested in, whatever else you fill in here about this person. Your right-hand side is where you can interact with the contact. So as you can see here, the timeline is just a rolling timeline of all of your interactions that you've created. If you want to put them onto a smart plan, you just toggle over to smart plan. I'm pretty sure. And then you hit here, and then somewhere in here, my monthly neighborhood nurture, you just hit this, confirm. And then once a month, it's going to send them out a snapshot of their neighborhood. Again, Eileen's teaching a class at 3:30 today. She'll put the Zoom link to that class in the chat. That will give you a deeper dive into how to utilize the smart plans. Okay, so step one is you're going to find the URL. You're going to create a short link for the URL to use on all of your marketing. The second thing you're going to do is make sure you have smart plans for the leads to go on to, or decide that you're going to utilize the monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan. Or if you're a non-KW agent, you're going to need to figure out what is your marketing follow-up system for when a lead comes into your system. How are you following up with them? Any questions about anything we've gone over so far? I see Sarah said, do you ask people if they want to receive the neighborhood nurture emails? Not if they've come in as a lead. I just put them on to some drip campaign.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, because I believe when they like submit their information in, they're agreeing to be marketed to. So like when they submit their contact information, it's a default agreement that you can then contact them. Okay, so now the next thing you're going to want to do is probably create some social media graphics, right? So there's a couple easy ways to do this. Again, you can literally just post the URL on Facebook and a landing page will pop up for people to click on. If you are looking to create graphics for the listing in Command, the next thing you want to do is design. So again, if you don't have Command, your next step in your marketing plan is to create your social media collateral. So in Command, this is just the designs tool. You hit create designs and say we want to create a social post. So you would go here. And what you want to do if you're working in Command is you want to create all of your graphics first and in designs, and then you're going to go into campaigns to actually run the campaign. So for listings, for example, you might pick one under just listed. So you'll see there's options at the top.
Hold on for a second. I'm in this dome.
Okay, so all social wide is good for Facebook. Social square is good for Instagram, and social stories is good for stories. Now, if you want to hack, you don't really need the wide. You can use the social square on Instagram and Facebook, but the social wide doesn't really work on Instagram. So if you want to create one less graphic, just do the social square and the social stories. So say I like this as a template that I wanted to use, just listed, and this was going to be my Instagram and my Facebook post. Again, it's super easy to input the information that you need from it automatically into this post. So this search by a listing address. We're using 119 West. Oops. All right, so see, all I did was search for the listing. Here's the listing here. It popped right up. I can hit select. Then all of the information for the listing is automatically going to be here, which makes it super simple to swap things out. So say I wanted, obviously this is a stock photo. So if I want to use this cover photo instead, I just hit one quick button, and that's here. I want to change this to the listing details. I just swap that and the address goes on and so forth. Okay. So you can create a very quick, like literally, if I just finish this, it would take me another 2 seconds, right? Social media post for this. So this could be just listed. Again, every time if you use this same template, you're starting to brand yourself. So if you pick a template that you like, and every single time you list something, it follows the same template, it's going to start creating name recognition for you to the people that you're marketing to, which is helpful. Now you have now you can do one of two things. You can download it and save it to your computer, or you can just hit done, because I'm going to show you how to utilize the campaign section to post this on social media. So say you did that, and you also maybe designed a story or whatever else you wanted to post, a Facebook. Now the next thing you're going to want to do is go into campaigns. So when you're in commands, your campaigns are where you actually send out marketing. So the designs is where you design the marketing, and campaigns is where you send out the marketing. So because we're talking about social posts, you want to pivot over here to social posts, or go to create campaign. And then do a so there's 2 separate options. A social post is just a post on your business page that's not paid. It's not an ad. It's just a post on your social page. A social ad is running an actual ad on Facebook or Instagram. So again, if you don't have access to our command system, right, your first step is to figure out how you're going to create a marketing graphic. There's tools out there that you can pay for to access, or maybe you have access to something that will help you with that. The second thing you want to do is post it on social media. So if you're doing that through command, particularly if you're running an ad, you want to run the ad through command. Because of our partnership with Facebook and Instagram, you're going to get a lower cost per lead than if you go directly onto your business page and run the ad from there. Okay, so social post is really easy. As you can see, I'm an admin on our Facebook page. So say I wanted to do this, actually, well, that's my husband. All right, we'll leave it here. The left-hand side now is all of the ways that you can edit the post. The right-hand side is giving you a preview of what the post is going to look like once it's posted. So, content just listed. Here are some tips for posting, creating sales copy on just listed. Number 1, use emojis. Emojis convert well. So here you can put in a house or a smiley face or whatever you want. Leave some room for white space. Do not put a huge block of text. People will scroll past a huge block of text. So you want to leave some white space on the screen. That will draw people's eyes in. Now, normally I just put like the basics here. The thing you want to leave off is price and address. You can put the town, right? So in our instance, you could put Hopewell Junction, but don't put the exact address, and don't put the price. Those are 2 things that people will click on to receive, right? Because the goal, remember, the goal of the post is to get people to click on your landing page that you created so that you can capture them as a lead. We're talking about getting leads from here, right? So you need to, 1, you need something for them to land on so you can collect their information. And 2, you can't give everything away in the post, because otherwise, why would they give you their contact information? So you might put, I'm just going to make this up because I don't know the exact particulars, but 4-bed, 3-bath, newly renovated. And then a little explanation, and then click link below for more details. Oops. Well, okay. No 100. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, that's fine. And then in here, you're gonna put that short link that we created. Now, what you can do, where's the Eileen, why am I missing where the image part is?
Let me see. Go down. Is there? Oh,
Can I just not see it?
I don't know. Go up. Yeah, usually there's a place for the,
like
Oh, let me
right
look.
here.
yeah, let me look at mine. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
I'm like, I've done this 100 times. There's always a thing.
It's only when you're teaching live that this happens, really,
I know.
from my experience,
Mm-hmm.
every time.
I'll check the chat. While
I'm
we're
checking
doing-
on mine. Let me just see if I have it.
Maybe if I switch accounts, maybe it's something. My husband's account. Oh, it's his like Instagram. Maybe I'm just gonna refresh this for a second. It's really weird. Is it even giving me the little?
Connected, it's
thing?
showing that I'm not connected, so I don't understand either. That is weird.
Oh, wait, is it right
Oh,
here?
they
Right there.
changed it. Oh, they changed it. That's weird. Okay.
Was weird. Okay, so let's go back. So just listed, we're gonna put an emoji. I would put a house emoji, but I'm not gonna scroll through and try to find that, so it could take a little bit. 3 beds, I used to put the little bed emoji. 2 baths, I put the little tub emoji, newly renovated. And then you're gonna put some type of description, short description, like not your whole text of everything you wrote on the listing description, shorten it like 2 sentences max. So description of property, click below for full details. Normally then I would put in the little emoji that has the pointing down. Let me see if I can find it. This one. And then put in the short link. Okay, now you have 2 options. You can either browse the file and upload it from your computer, or because you made the design in Designs, you just click Browse Designs, and the thing that you just created is going to pop up there. So you click 2 clicks, and then it's going to load and be over here. So again, this is just for posting directly on your page. This is not an ad, running an ad. An ad might be a separate thing that you are doing. So see, the post looks very nice, just listed the information. It's going to say where you're posting it from. And then you have 2 options. You can either schedule the post. So straight through commands, you can schedule out posts, or you can choose to publish it immediately and it will go onto your Facebook page immediately. Now, this is very helpful, scheduling the post, because you can do a lot of work beforehand. So say you want to schedule out every day some posts going onto your Facebook business page, or you can do that all in one shot instead of remembering, because I don't know if you're like me, but there is almost no way that every day I'm going to be able to log in and come up with social media content and then remember to post it. Some days you're running around like a chicken with their head cut off, right? Some days you have showings all day. Some days you just don't feel like coming up with something to say on social media. So instead, you can group and schedule out the post right through command. That way you can be consistent. So if that's something that you have a goal around, I would recommend setting up a time on your calendar every week that you schedule out your post for the week. So if I scheduled this post, I would hit schedule post, and then that's it. I'm not going to do that because this is just an example. Okay. Yes. So that's a social post. You can also run a social ad. I am not going to go through the full way to create a social ad. We have classes on that, but that might be the second thing you do. So the campaign name would be 119 West Hook. You want to advertise a listing, and then where it will run. Facebook and Instagram, you have to have these accounts connected to command to do this. And then it's going to ask you if you are using a property. It's going to ask you if you have a listing. Oops, all listings that you want to use. And I like this one at the front. And then this is the post for. This would be to run an ad. So you see the difference with the ad is that it's an actual landing page that becomes clickable, that you can click on. So same thing, you want to do your main copy the same way we did the last one. use emojis, use white space, use catchy titles. Don't include the price, don't include the exact address, but do include the town or the area. Headline and a description, and then under media is where you can add in if you want to do multiple pictures, you can do like the multiple picture option where it scrolls through. You can just have this, if you have just one really nice front picture, you can do it that way. Facebook and Instagram settings, again, you'll go through all this. We teach classes on this. If you need help with this, Eileen is more than happy to help you. I'm not going to do step by step because I want to get through everything. But the one most important thing, if you're taking notes, put 5 stars, highlight it, write this in capital letters. I've talked to so many agents that I've taught this class and then they go, I ran an ad, I didn't get any leads. You must, when you get to Facebook and Instagram settings, choose Facebook lead generation form. You must choose Facebook lead generation form. Otherwise, you will not get leads. So one of 2 things happens. When you land on our, when I post a link to my webpage without using the Facebook lead generation form, somebody's going to click on it and they are going to just land on the page, which means they're going to get all the information. They're going to get the price. They're going to get the address. They're going to get everything like that. Unless they specifically have a question or want to schedule a showing, you're not going to get their contact information, which means you have a lot of people that will click on the website, but you're not going to convert them to actual leads. When you do the Facebook lead generation form, what is going to happen is when they click on the ad, that box we've all seen when we've been online shopping on Facebook or going on to any type of site on Facebook that says Facebook wants to share your information, or Facebook allowed to share your information with, in our example, it will say Keller Williams, and you have to click yes. When you click yes, you will then land on our landing page. And then Facebook will give you the lead information, whatever information is registered with Facebook. Email address, phone number, I believe could be on there, maybe if they have a phone number connected, and the person's name. So you must use Facebook lead generation form. So again, if you're one of our guests on the meeting and you don't have access to our command system, but you're running social media ads, you have to figure out a way to create a barrier between the ad and the information that they're going to receive that will collect their contact information somehow. That's the only way you're going to get leads. Now, the other thing you can do going back to smart plans is if you're running an ad, you can have the smart plan auto trigger the person right onto a smart plan. So it can tag them and then it can put them right onto a smart plan. So all you have to do is start running this ad. A lead comes in. They're going to say, yes, give my information to Facebook. Facebook is going to drop the lead right into your command. Command is going to auto tag them as a lead, however you want them auto tagged, and then turn on a smart plan that will automatically start to nurture them with, if you have Twilio, text messages, right? Auto emails, whatever your drip campaign setup is. So again, if you're recreating the wheel, that's what you want the system to look like. A landing page to something that's going to block them from the information until they give you their contact information, into a CRM database, onto a drip campaign, especially for Facebook leads, because Facebook leads are top of funnel, which means that a lot of times they need to be nurtured and they're not really looking for you to call them yet. They're really just like curious. But if you stay on top of them, a lot of them over time will convert to active leads. Some of them will right away, but a lot of them will over time if they don't write up at the top.
Another idea, Rita, is that when these leads come in, you could set them up on the neighborhood search based on the property that you listed. So if the property you listed is in a certain town, you can actually set them up on a search on the neighborhood nurture in that area.
Yes, that's great. Yep, exactly. You can also do a saved search for them, right? Like you can set up a saved search for them where new properties in this area will be sent to them anytime they come on the market. You can do that right through command as well. So you can set them up on a saved search. That's
And that you can do by zip code, Rita, by the way.
That you can do by zip code, which is helpful. So the key is, especially with any type of online advertising, is that you have them on a follow-up plan. I can't tell you how many times I talk to agents and they're getting these leads and then they're telling me that they got bad leads. Bad leads. Well, they're not bad leads. They just don't want to be talked to yet. And you don't have a plan to follow up with them. And if you're like me, you're not going to sit and follow up with 300 leads every day and call and text and email them. It has to be automated, right? That's the key. In 2023, you got to automate this kind of stuff. Okay, so that's the social media ads. Any questions about anything we've gone over in this section at all? Easy peasy, right? All right, where am I in my timeline here? Okay, the next thing that you might want to do is send out a just listed email, right? Email blasts are usually the next thing. So you got your social post, social ad. Now you want to do an email. You can do that right through, also through campaigns, through email. I'm not going to do a step-by-step there, but some tips for the email. Use buttons in the email, clickable buttons. The clickable button should just lead them back to the landing page again, right? Short description, nice picture, catchy subject line. So, and use emojis in the subject line, and it shouldn't be any more than 100 characters, and that's like the maximum. Your subject line should be like 4 words maximum. So like just listed in Hopewell, or newly renovated and just listed in Hopewell Junction. And then when they open it up, it should be pictures, a button they can click to get to your landing page. And then underneath that, you could put some just general information. So what I would recommend is having some type of just listed templated email. You should send out the same template every time. It's really easy. You can make a template in whatever you use. So again, if you're not using Command, maybe you use MailChimp, or maybe you have some other CRM, you should have some template that has a just listed email in it. Now, you can also send out just listed blasts to the brokers in the area. So if you're in my office in Kingston, you know, if you email us, we can email out a just listed blast out to all of the co-brokers in the area. I think it's honestly 50-50 about whether people like those emails or not, but we'll do it. Sometimes they're helpful. Okay, so that's your email marketing. The next thing that you might want to do is a flyer. Again, you can create a flyer, an open house flyer in campaigns. Again, use the short link, put the images on, and add it that way. And then the last thing that I have on the list to talk about is postcards, right? So who sends out just listed postcards, maybe to the neighborhood, to past clients? Adrian does. So there's a really simple button if you work with us, like the simplest button you could have. And then there's the do-it-yourself option too. The simple button is that every time you list a house, you will get an email from our marketing company that will say, congratulations on your listing. Click here to send out postcards to your nearest, I think it's 100 houses, or maybe it's 50. It's either 50 or 100 houses. You literally click a button, you pay, I think like 50 or 60 bucks. And that's it. And the just listed will go out with a picture, with your information, with your link. All of that will be done for you. If you want to do it yourself, again, you're going to do all your campaigns all your ads and campaigns. So all your ads will be, that includes direct mail, email, social ads, social posts. So direct mail is postcards. Again, you can go back into advertise a listing. And this one's a little harder to just show because it throws you off if you don't fill it. Wait, what is it? Oh. By the way, if you're somebody on the call that doesn't have any listings right now, but you want to break into a certain area, go onto the MLS and find an agent in the office that has a listing in that area and ask them if they can market it. I have never heard of an agent say no when you have asked that. And this is the way that you can pitch it to them. Hi, Matt, it's Rita. I don't have any listings yet, but I saw you had an awesome listing in Montgomery. And I just took Rita. Oh, I said my name was Rita. I just took Rita's class and I learned about all this marketing. Hey, can I market your listing for you? And I promise I'll give you a report afterwards that you can provide to your seller that will show them how much money I spent and all the impressions that I made. Like, would you ever say, Matt, would you ever say no to that? I'm guessing he's gonna say no. He's typing something in the chat.
I'm gonna say yes for Matt. I'm gonna say Matt would say yes, is what I'm gonna say.
He would. I know he would. So that's easy. So we don't have listings. Find someone in the office that does have listings and market their listings, right? All right. So if we're doing postcards, you can do this right through the system. Again, you choose the listing. You can choose the content. You can either select a template or upload the design. You put in the listing address, the listing price, information, the description, listing photo. Sometimes they get sized weird. Here, let's see. This is where I always get stuck, is on this. So for some reason it pulls it in and it gives this thing. You have to just manually upload it. It's not a big deal, but it's not going to let me get past this, I don't think. And then what you can do in the system is you can target either local targeting. So you can target the neighborhood around the area and circle prospect, or you can target your database. And so then say you have a bunch of leads that are potential listings in your pipeline in a certain area. If you have them tagged that way, you can send them out postcards. Is that also a good touch for your past clients to remind them that how much real estate you're selling? Yeah, it is. And it's relatively inexpensive, right? So I would send out 2 postcards. One I would send out to the neighborhood. And the second one I would send out to my database. Not everyone in my database, but past clients, potential sellers, anybody that seems appropriate to send out a postcard to. Again, anything with marketing is you're trying to be top of mind. You want to be the person that somebody thinks of when they think I need to sell real estate. Studies show that most consumers will interview one person. Whoever is the first person they think of that sells real estate. That's like 80% of consumers. The next like 10%, so that's 90% total, will only talk to 2 realtors before they decide someone that they want to work with. And so your whole goal when you're talking about marketing is to be that number 1 person that somebody thinks about. And the way that you do that is through name repetition, right? So even if your email is being deleted, they're still seeing Rita Gildersleeve, realtor at Keller Williams, right? Even if the postcard is being looked at, they have to look at it on their way to the garbage can to throw it out. They're still seeing my face, my name, Rita Gildersleeve, and the area where I sell real estate. So the other thing to understand about marketing is it's not always all about getting leads in. A part of your marketing strategy needs to be repetition. So a couple of things that you can help with this. Like I said, sending out a full marketing, suite like we just went over. Also branding things so that they look the same. So using the same templates every time, using similar verbiage every time. That helps create name recognition and it makes it easier for people to correlate you with real estate and quickly kind of be able to associate you with that. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this, but basically you would set a budget, you would set who you're targeting, you can add a QR code. You pick whatever you want the postcard to look like, and you hit preview and pay. You pay, and they send out the postcards for you. It couldn't be simpler. So again, if you're in Command, you have access to this. If not, then you would just have to think about, okay, where am I going to get my postcards from? There's a number of services where you can pay for postcards. What is the design? Can you set up a template for the design so that all of your just listed postcards look the same, right? So that you're marketed and branded similarly. All right, I'm trying to look and see, is there anything else? Eileen, anything I missed?
No, I think you did a great job, actually. It was really good.
All right, let me stop my share. Okay, so from the top, this is your marketing strategy. Number 1, professional photography. Number 2, landing page. Number 3, social media graphics. that are branded or look the same as they always do when you list a house. Number 4, an email blast that has clickable links on it to your landing page. Number 5, a social media ad. Instagram and Facebook are the 2 most effective ones. If you're using commands, make sure that there's a lead capture in between when somebody sees the ad and somebody lands on the landing page. Number 6, you got to make sure you have all of your marketing drip campaigns set up. So you need something as you're sending out emails and running Facebook ads and doing social posts and sending out postcards. You need something so that when the leads come in, you're automatically nurturing them. So you need your smart plan set up. That's a one-time thing. That's not like an every time. That's kind of like a one-time setup thing that then you can use for leads as they roll in. And then I don't know what number is on 7, maybe postcards, print marketing. So your print marketing is flyers. Flyers, you can create flyers, leave the flyers in the house. You can do open house list, marketing, that kind of stuff. By the way, the same strategy works for open houses. Just take out just listed and replace it with open house. So flyers and postcards. And then number 8, tell your clients what you're doing, right? Don't do all of this and then wait and then have your client say to you, well, what are you even doing to market the house, right? Like, tell your clients what you're doing. You can do this very simply if you create checklists in Command. You can create checklists and opportunities in Command and then you can turn on auto updates. So for example, if in one day you ran a social ad, you did a social post and you did a postcard, in the opportunity, you can check off those 3 tasks that you completed, toggle over to a client update, and Command will send them an email saying, hi, Antonella, it's me, your favorite real estate agent. Today, I did the following to market your home for sale. And it's going to list right there everything that you did, right? So don't be a secret agent. Don't do all this marketing and then not tell your clients. Same thing, if you run an ad and you get in front of 5,000 people, say that, right? Like that might be an end of the week recap. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, first week on market. Here's an overview of everything that I'm doing to market your house. Does that make it easier when the market shifts and houses aren't selling as fast?
Rita, one more idea that Listings to Leads used to do is if you send your client the copy and the link, have them post it on their Facebook page and say, look, my house is for sale. And then they can actually help you with the marketing.
Yes, I love that. Yes, perfect. Yep. Yeah. So yes, send that. So what I used to do is I would send an email out to all my sellers after I listed the house. When I got the short link, I would send them an email. It was a templated email. I sent the same thing every time, and it would say, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, very excited your house is on the market. Here's what's happening. Your house has been listed in the All-Star MLS. Your house has been listed in HCAR. This gives it access to, however many, 8,000 realtors in all of these counties to show and sell your house. In addition to that, I've created your custom landing page. This is the link. If you're planning on sharing your home on social media, please only use this link. It will be most effective because I will get the inquiries. And of course, I'm the agent that knows your house best. And I want to make sure that I get the opportunity to talk to any potential buyers, right? And then on an ongoing basis, you want to make sure that you're reaching out to them. If you're not selling the house right away, does it make for an easier conversation about reducing the price if every week you've told them all of these things that you've done to market and sell their homes for sale? It does, by the way. It's a rhetorical question. It really does. So don't be a secret agent. Make sure as you're doing all of this, you're also filling in your sellers. All right. Any questions? We have about 5 minutes left of the class. Any questions? And did I miss anything in the chat? Oh, let's see. Yes, and so Eileen, obviously everyone knows Eileen. She's our tech trainer. And so if you need one-on-one assistance with any of this, I'm sure she's happy to help do more of a walkthrough, step-by-step kind of thing. There's also a ton of information on YouTube on how to do all of this. There's information on our Facebook group on how to do this. And if the SMART plans, because we didn't really dig deep into SMART plans, if in particularly the neighborhood nurture SMART plan is something you want to put into immediate action, that's something you could do today. Every contact that you know where they live, you should put them on a neighborhood nurture SMART plan. It's so easy. And if you need to know how to do that, then in about 30 minutes, Eileen is going to be teaching her class on how to do that. All right, thanks everyone. I'll put my email in the chat. If you need my help with anything, just let me know. And this has been recorded. So the recording along with the first 2 sessions will go out. If I don't get it to today, I promise I will send it out tomorrow. Okay, thanks everyone. Bye. Have a
Thank
good
you,
day.
bye.
Thanks, Rita.